chosen one. This moment is not random, and this message did not find you by chance. Before you ever pressed play, heaven marked this second with intention. The Most High aligned your steps, your timing, and your spirit to hear this word now, because something hidden within you is about to be awakened. You are standing at the edge of a supernatural shift, a threshold where elevation, favor, and divine wealth transfer begin to manifest. Anointed One, you have not been surviving all this time just to remain unseen. The Creator placed gifts inside you that were never meant to stay dormant. Scripture reminds us that the vision awaits its appointed time, as written in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3, and that appointed time is now. What has been sealed in you is preparing to come forth with power, clarity, and provision. Feel this in your spirit. The waiting season is giving way to revelation. What once felt delayed was actually being protected. What looked ordinary on the outside carried uncommon value within. Heaven is not only restoring you, it is positioning you. Doors are about to open that no human hand could force, and resources are about to locate you without striving. Chosen One. This is not hype. This is activation. The atmosphere around your life is shifting. Stay present. Stay reverent. What you are about to receive will change how you see yourself and how wealth responds to you forever. Chosen One. This moment is not symbolic or accidental, but deliberately arranged by heaven for your awareness. You are listening because something within you is ready to awaken, not tomorrow, not someday, but now. I have walked seasons where I doubted my own worth, questioned my gifts, and wondered why progress felt delayed. What I learned is this chosen ones are never empty-handed. We are often unaware. God places capacity before clarity, seeds before soil, and calling before confidence, so that faith must lead the way forward. Trusting this order reshapes identity, strengthens obedience, and aligns destiny with provision. These gifts you carry are not poetic metaphors, but functional instruments meant for earthly impact. I once believed spirituality and wealth were separate paths until lack taught me otherwise. Heaven never assigns responsibility without supplying resources. If God entrusts vision influence or leadership provision is already encoded within that trust. Many chosen ones struggle because they wait for permission to value themselves. The truth is, uncomfortable abundance responds to recognition. When you acknowledge what God placed inside you, alignment begins quietly, doors shift subtly, and momentum builds without noise. Nothing accelerates faster than faith meeting responsibility with humility and courage. Before we move deeper, pause with me in reverence, chosen one. If this message arrives precisely when your spirit feels alert, respond intentionally. Typing 111 is not superstition but agreement, a quiet marker saying, I recognize divine timing. I have watched simple acts of acknowledgement unlock clarity, peace, and unexpected opportunity. Alignment often begins internally, long before circumstances change externally. When you honor timing, heaven responds with movement. Awareness sharpens discernment, and discernment positions you to steward what follows responsibly without panic or striving. That posture protects you from misalignment and prepares you for sustainable expansion ahead now. Vision is the first gift that attracts wealth, though many misunderstand it completely. Vision is not optimism or fantasy. It is spiritual sight trained forward. You see patterns others tolerate, gaps others ignore, and futures others fear. This ability once made me restless and dissatisfied until I realized discomfort was instruction. Vision refuses stagnation. It presses you beyond maintenance into creation. Wealth flows toward those who perceive value early and act faithfully. Long before money appears, imagination activates, shaping structures, solutions, and pathways others cannot yet comprehend. This unseen labor determines future visibility, credibility, provision, and authority in time ahead. Chosen one vision often isolates before it attracts support. When you speak too early, doubt from others can dilute faith. I learned to guard vision quietly, nurturing it through prayer, discipline, and small, obedient steps. Scripture teaches that vision waits for its appointed time, and waiting does not mean inactivity, it means preparation. Vision matures through patience and courage combined. When you honor what God reveals privately, provision aligns publicly. Wealth follows clarity, but clarity demands trust before evidence appears, especially during uncertain beginnings. This principle, once embraced, transforms hesitation into confidence and restraint into strength for chosen leaders now. Wealth does not respond to noise, but to alignment, obedience, and timing. Vision invites responsibility, and responsibility invites increase. If you have felt frustrated watching others prosper while you wait, understand this vision matures in silence. I have seen delayed seasons refine discernment, humility, and resilience. These traits protect wealth once it arrives. God is not slow, He is precise. When vision and character align, doors open without force, resources locate you, favor activates naturally. What begins unseen eventually manifests tangibly without apology or explanation. This is the rhythm of heaven, working patiently through surrendered human vessels, over time always. So receive this truth deeply, Anointed One. You are not behind. You are being positioned. Vision is not torment, it is invitation. Honor what you see, even when others cannot. Treat imagination as instruction and restlessness as guidance. The wealth connected to your vision is already moving, responding to your faith and obedience. Stay present, stay surrendered, and stay attentive. When heaven entrusts sight, it also entrusts supply. Recognition activates alignment, and alignment releases provision steadily and inevitably according to divine order. Nothing here is accidental. Everything unfolds with intention, precision, patience, and purpose for your appointed season now here. Chosen one. As we move deeper, let your spirit stay open, because what you are about to hear carries a weight that reshapes how you walk, decide, and perceive yourself. The next gift heaven placed within you is one that separates dreamers from builders, seekers from stewards, and those who hope for change from those who create it. This gift is discipline. And though many see it as restriction, chosen ones eventually learn that discipline is the architecture of destiny. Without structure, even the most powerful vision dissolves into wishful thinking. I learned this myself after seasons of false starts, grand plans, and spiritual excitement that faded because I lacked consistency. Excitement feels divine, but execution is divine. God will give you sight, but He will not take the steps for you. Discipline is not loud, it has no applause. It works in silence, often in frustration, often unnoticed. Yet every breakthrough I've ever experienced grew from habits that no one saw. I remember waking early to work on dreams while exhaustion tested my commitment. I remember sacrificing temporary comforts that everyone else around me enjoyed. I remember saving money when my emotions wanted to spend. These unseen moments became the foundation for visible transformation. Chosen. One discipline is a seed that refuses to die. You water it with repetition, you protect it with boundaries, you honor it with persistence, and heaven responds by enlarging your capacity until wealth, opportunity, and influence can safely rest in your hands. Most people admire the results of discipline but avoid the cost. They want the fruit without tending the soil. But you, anointed one, are called differently. You have a strength inside you that you may not even recognize yet. The very challenges that exhausted others built endurance in you. The very disappointments that broke others sharpened your clarity. You may not see it clearly, but your ability to continue even when motivation disappears is a divine marker. Discipline is not a personality trait. It is a spiritual mantle. When God calls someone into influence or impact, He first trains their habits. What you repeat, you become. What you master internally, you manifest externally. And every time you choose consistency over chaos, heaven takes note. Discipline transforms wealth from momentary to generational. Anyone can stumble into money, but only disciplined people know how to multiply it. I learned this while navigating seasons of financial lack. The little I had became a classroom. I learned to save, invest, steward, and manage, not because I was wealthy, but because I needed to prepare for wealth. And that preparation built the wisdom I walk in now. Chosen one. Your financial elevation will not be random. It will be the harvest of everything you're practicing right now, even if the results have not yet appeared. Do not underestimate the spiritual power of budgeting, planning, and saying no. Heaven honors stewardship. But discipline is not merely about finances. It touches relationships, mindset, energy, and purpose. When you discipline your boundaries, you protect your peace. When you discipline your thoughts, you redirect your destiny. When you discipline your time, you reclaim authority over your life. I've learned that breakthrough rarely arrives in dramatic moments. It emerges from the quiet decisions made daily. And though the process feels slow, heaven sees your consistency as covenant. Each small act becomes a spiritual agreement that says, I am ready for more. Now, my friend, the third gift intertwined with your calling is influence. Many chosen ones overlook this gift because they assume influence requires fame. But influence is not popularity, it is spiritual weight. I've watched rooms shift when certain people enter, not because of status, but because of presence. Influence is when your spirit speaks before you say a word. Influence is when people listen to you without knowing why. Influence is when your authenticity creates safety for others. This is not charisma, it is calling. I once underestimated this gift in myself. I thought people listened out of politeness. I thought doors opened by coincidence. But over time I realized influence is divine currency. It opens doors money cannot. It attracts opportunities you didn't chase. It builds trust before you've proven anything. And trust, chosen one, is the foundation of wealth. People follow presence before they follow strategy. They invest in energy before they invest in ideas. Influence is God's way of giving you access to spaces your resume does not yet qualify you for. But influence carries responsibility. A chosen one's words can heal or wound, inspire or mislead. This is why heaven refines your character before expanding your reach. I've lived through seasons where my influence grew faster than my maturity, and I learned painful lessons about stewardship. Influence requires humility, clarity, and intention. It is not a tool for manipulation, but a vessel for transformation. When used rightly, it draws resources, relationships, and opportunities toward you with ease. Chosen one, recognize this. The world is shaped by influential spirits long before it is shaped by influential structures. Your gift is not accidental. When heaven places influence on someone, it's because they're meant to shift atmospheres, guide decisions, and elevate others. Do not shrink from this. Do not apologize for a presence God designed. Let your influence be anchored in integrity, guided by wisdom, and purified through surrender. You are not called to blend in. You are called to carry weight. And as we continue, remember this truth: heaven equips before it elevates. Every gift in you is awakening with purpose, preparing you for the abundance aligned with your name. Chosen one. As we move into the deeper layers of who you are becoming, you must understand that the next gift placed within you is not merely admirable, it is essential for every destiny carrier. This gift is endurance, and without it, even the most powerful vision and the strongest discipline will collapse under the weight of divine calling. I have walked through seasons where nothing made sense, where prayers seemed unanswered, where even my best efforts produced silence instead of breakthrough. It was in those seasons that endurance revealed itself, not as a talent, but as a spiritual backbone. Endurance is heaven's proof that you were built for more than momentary success. You were designed for longevity, impact, and generational influence, and to walk in that level of purpose, you must be able to withstand pressure long enough to reach the promise. Endurance is not glamorous. It rarely feels supernatural. It shows up in the mornings you rise without motivation, in the nights you keep going without applause, in the moments you choose purpose over pain, even when no one is watching. Chosen one. Your ability to continue is not accidental, it is inherited. Heaven marked you with resilience long before struggle ever touched your life. If you look back carefully, you'll see evidence of this. Every storm that should have broken you only sharpened you. Every setback that should have crushed you only carved you. Every disappointment that tried to silence you only deepened your wisdom. Others encountered the same pain and gave up, but you endured. That alone reveals who you truly are. I remember a season in my own life that nearly destroyed me. Everything I built fell apart. The people I trusted withdrew. Opportunities dried up. I questioned my path, my calling, even my identity. But looking back, I can see that heaven was training my endurance. It was not punishment, it was preparation. I needed to learn how to walk by faith when evidence was absent. I needed to learn how to trust divine timing when delays felt unbearable. I needed to learn how to stand alone so that when God elevated me, I would not collapse under the pressure of visibility. Endurance transforms fragile dreamers into unshakable vessels. Chosen. One, hear this deeply. Success is rarely handed to the impatient. Breakthrough bows to those who continue. Wealth gravitates toward those who persist. Divine favor accompanies those who refuse to surrender the promise, even when the process feels painful. Endurance is the bridge between prophecy and manifestation. It teaches you what quick success cannot: consistency, humility, and spiritual authority. Every time you refused to quit, heaven recorded it. Not one tear was wasted. Not one sacrifice overlooked. Your resilience has built a foundation strong enough to support the blessings that are approaching your life now. And this brings us to another gift, one that flows so quietly, many chosen ones underestimate its power: wisdom. Wisdom is more than intellect, more than information, more than good intentions. Wisdom is the divine ability to discern timing, opportunity, alignment, and consequence. While knowledge fills the mind, wisdom guides the path. I have learned that wisdom prevents loss, multiplies resources, restores peace, and illuminates direction. It is the difference between taking action and taking the right action. It is what protects you from counterfeit opportunities disguised as blessings. It is what shielded you in seasons where you didn't even realize danger was near. I once faced a decision that appeared perfect on paper, the kind of opportunity most people would accept instantly. The money was promising the recognition, tempting the door wide open. Yet something in me whispered, "Not this one." At the time, I didn't understand why, but months later, I discovered that door was a trap wrapped in convenience. That whisper saved me from loss. Chosen one, that whisper you feel is wisdom. It may show up as hesitation where others feel excitement, or conviction where others feel confusion. Trust it. Wisdom is heaven's way of steering you away from disaster and into alignment. Wisdom guides wealth. Without it, abundance slips through fingers. I've seen people gain money quickly and lose it faster because they lacked discernment. I've also seen people with modest resources multiply steadily because they honored wisdom in their decisions. Wisdom does not shout, it nudges. It does not push, it leads. And when you partner with it, you will find yourself avoiding unnecessary battles, choosing the right alliances, and stepping into opportunities that carry longevity instead of temporary reward. Now, chosen one, there is another divine treasure inside you: creativity. Creativity is not limited to artists or innovators. It is a spiritual ability to see possibilities where others see problems. Creativity is heaven's fingerprint on your mind, allowing you to imagine solutions, strategies, and ideas that can shift your entire life. Some of your greatest breakthroughs will not come from resources you already have, but from ideas waiting to be activated. Creativity makes you irreplaceable. It gives you access to realms others cannot enter. I've watched creativity open doors for people without qualifications, without connections, without wealth, simply because they dared to think differently. This gift sets you apart from mediocrity. Do not bury it under fear or self-doubt. The very idea you keep dismissing may be the key to your next season. Chosen one, everything you carry is intentional. Nothing in you is random. Heaven equipped you with exactly what you need to step into abundance, influence, and divine assignment. These gifts are stirring because your season is shifting and your spirit knows it. Chosen one, as we continue uncovering the depth of who you truly are, we now enter a realm that many feel but few can articulate, the quiet inner knowing that guides your steps even when logic disagrees. This gift is spiritual intuition, and for a chosen one, it is not optional. It is essential. Spiritual intuition is the whisper that warns you when a path looks right but carries hidden danger. It is the pull you feel toward a place, a person, an opportunity that others overlook. It is the sudden clarity that rises in your spirit long before your mind understands why. Many people make decisions purely from intellect, but intellect has limitations. Intuition, when aligned with heaven, sees beyond the surface into the realm where answers already exist. I cannot count the number of times my intuition saved me from partnerships that would have drained me, from opportunities that were traps in disguise, from relationships that looked promising but carried spiritual misalignment. At the time, I couldn't explain the unease, but I learned to honor it. Every time I obeyed that inner voice, I was protected. Every time I ignored it, I paid a price. Chosen one, your intuition is not random, it is revelation. There was a season in my life where everything looked perfect. On the outside, a new offer, good money, respected people involved, but something in me felt unsettled. Everyone around me said I should take it. They projected their excitement onto me, and for a moment I wanted to accept their version of clarity. But the discomfort wouldn't leave. Days passed and the feeling grew stronger. Against logic, against pressure, I stepped away. Months later, the truth came out, the opportunity collapsed, and those involved faced consequences that would have damaged me deeply. At that moment, I understood that spiritual intuition is not a backup plan. It is divine foresight. Chosen one, you have this same gift. You have felt moments when spirit nudged you gently or even pulled you strongly away from something familiar. Trust that guidance. Heaven speaks before danger appears. Once you embrace your intuition fully, wealth responds differently. You begin to sense timing more accurately. You recognize alignment sooner. You detect manipulation faster. You discern truth from flattery. You identify divine connections with ease. This inner compass prevents years of wasted effort and redirects you toward profitable, purposeful paths. It keeps you from being seduced by opportunities that glitter but do not grow, and it pushes you toward doors that may look small but carry immense destiny. And from intuition, we transition into another divine gift that shapes the life of every chosen one, the heart of service. Service is often misunderstood. People assume it means sacrifice without reward or giving without return, but that is only a fragment of its power. Service is the cornerstone of real wealth. Every business in the world, every invention, every breakthrough stems from service, someone noticing a need and choosing to meet it. When you operate with a heart of service, heaven amplifies your impact. You become a vessel through which solutions flow, and wherever there is service, there is demand. Wherever there is demand, there is provision. Wherever there is provision, wealth follows. I remember a moment early in my journey when I helped someone with something small, something insignificant to me, but life-changing to them. At the time, I didn't think anything of it. I simply felt moved to act. Years later, that same person became the bridge to an opportunity that elevated my life in ways I could never have orchestrated alone. Service is a seed with unpredictable harvest. The people you help may not be the ones who bless you, but the act itself opens doors in the spiritual realm. When your motivation is pure, your reward becomes inevitable. Chosen one. Your heart is wired for compassion. You feel deeply. You notice pain in others, even when they hide it. You have been the one friends come to for support, the one strangers confide in, the one who senses emotional shifts in a room. This is not weakness. It is spiritual positioning. Compassion attracts divine favor because heaven trusts those who honor others. In a world full of transactional relationships, your sincerity is rare. That rarity carries value. But let me speak truth gently. Service must be balanced. Many chosen ones burn out because they pour endlessly without boundaries. Remember, serving from overflow blesses others. Serving from depletion breaks you. You are not called to save the world, you are called to serve where God assigns you. The more you honor your energy, your time, your purpose, the more effectively your service generates impact and abundance. And now we approach the 9th gift, resilience, a gift that holds everything else together. Resilience is the chosen one's unbreakable spirit. It is the ability to rise again after every fall, rebuild after every loss, and continue when everything in you wants to stop. You know this gift intimately, even if you haven't named it. Look at your life. Count the things that should have destroyed you, but didn't. Reflect on the seasons where you walked through fire and came out wiser, stronger, more grounded in purpose. That is resilience. You didn't learn it. You were born with it. chosen. One, resilience is why wealth will eventually find you. Every detour taught you strategy. Every setback taught you humility. Every betrayal sharpened your discernment. Every disappointment built emotional muscle. While others quit, you evolved. While others collapsed, you recalibrated. While others doubted, you endured. And endurance over time becomes authority. There is a reason people seek you for strength. They feel the battles you've survived without seeing the scars you carry. You are still here. That alone is evidence of divine intention on your life. Nothing you lost was wasted. Nothing that broke you was final. Nothing that delayed you was denial. Every experience shaped your spiritual architecture for the abundance that is aligning with your name. Chosen one. Now that we have walked through the 9 divine gifts heaven placed within you, it is time to understand how these gifts work together, not separately, not in isolation, but as a supernatural ecosystem within your spirit. When a chosen one finally recognizes the architecture of their own anointing, the way they move through life begins to shift. Decisions become clearer. Discernment becomes sharper. Opportunities begin to recognize you before you recognize them. And the atmosphere around your life changes because heaven is no longer waiting for you, it is responding to you. There was a moment in my journey when I realized that nothing in my life had been random. The gifts I admired in others had been quietly growing in me all along, shaped through struggle, refined through disappointment, strengthened through endurance. And what felt like delay was actually divine layering. Vision taught me to see. Discipline taught me to build. Influence taught me to lead. Endurance taught me to continue. Wisdom taught me to choose. Creativity taught me to innovate. Intuition taught me to discern. Service taught me to give. And resilience taught me to rise. Each gift prepared the soil for the next, and together they formed a spiritual infrastructure capable of carrying abundance without collapsing beneath it. Chosen one. Heaven has been preparing you in the same way. Every season you walked through the confusion, the waiting, the pruning, the stretching served a purpose. You are not the same person you were years ago. You have grown in invisible places, in depths. No one applauded in valleys where you thought you had failed. But you didn't fail. You were becoming someone who could handle the weight of destiny, becoming someone who could walk in divine authority, becoming someone who could manage wealth with wisdom, influence with humility, and purpose with resilience. Heaven is too intentional to invest in you without preparing you to carry what's coming. Now let's speak plainly. The world does not reward potential, it rewards activation. Spiritual gifts become earthly impact only when they are put into motion. Many chosen ones stay stuck because they wait for a perfect moment, a perfect sign, a perfect alignment before taking the first step. But destiny rarely arrives fully assembled. It reveals itself progressively responding to your movement. When you take a small step, heaven takes a larger one. When you begin with what you have, more is added. When you honor the gifts inside you, those gifts multiply. I remember a time when I had almost nothing, no connections, no resources, no sense of direction, only a quiet conviction that I was meant for more. I did not start with confidence. I started with obedience. I used the vision I had, even when it felt incomplete. I practiced discipline in small ways, even when no one noticed. I embraced influence in small circles before larger doors opened. Every action, no matter how ordinary, created spiritual momentum. And over time, the opportunities that once felt distant began to appear naturally, like fruit growing from seeds I barely remembered planting. Chosen one, do not underestimate the power of small beginnings. Heaven does not measure the size of your start. Heaven measures the sincerity of your steps. Wealth, purpose, impact, they respond to consistency, not perfection. You are not being asked to leap into greatness. You are being asked to move forward with what you have. Each gift inside you is already alive, already active, already guiding you even when you doubt it. Your intuition speaks, your resilience holds, your creativity whispers, your wisdom nudges, your endurance strengthens, your influence resonates, your discipline shapes, your service uplifts, and your vision illuminates. And here is a truth many overlook. Wealth is not merely financial. Wealth is clarity. Wealth is peace. Wealth is direction. Wealth is alignment. When your inner world aligns with heaven's blueprint, your outer world begins to mirror it. Opportunities come without strain. Relationships strengthen. Doors open with less effort. You stop chasing and start attracting. This is not manifestation culture. This is divine order. When a chosen one steps fully into their identity, heaven orchestrates movement around them. But understand this with humility. Your gifts were not given for self-glory. They were given for assignment. They were given so you could impact others, shift atmospheres, break generational patterns, and carry light into places where darkness once reigned. Wealth will come, but it will come to the version of you that is aligned, not the version still doubting, shrinking, or apologizing for the greatness heaven placed inside you. Chosen one, stand tall in who you are becoming. Heaven has invested too much in you for you to retreat now. You are stepping into a season where everything begins to make sense. The gifts, the battles, the breakthroughs, the tears, all converging into purpose. What was once confusing is becoming clear. What was once heavy is becoming fuel. What was once hidden is being revealed. Your gifts are waking up. Your spirit is rising. And heaven is moving. Chosen one. As we step into this next movement of your journey, I want you to breathe slowly and allow your spirit to absorb what heaven is unveiling. Because now we shift from understanding your gifts to understanding your identity, the root from which every gift draws power. You see many chosen ones operate in their gifts without fully embracing who they are. They walk with vision but shrink their voice. They carry influence but doubt their authority. They endure storms but question their worth. They serve others but neglect themselves. And this fragmentation creates spiritual leakage where power is present but not fully activated. Today, heaven is calling you into wholeness, not perfection, wholeness. A remembrance of who you were before the world misunderstood you, before wounds dimmed your light, before fear clouded your clarity. From early on, chosen ones carry a sense of difference. You feel things more deeply. You notice details others overlook. You sense spiritual shifts before they manifest in the natural. You walk into rooms and absorb atmospheres. You see potential inside people long before they see it in themselves. This sensitivity is not weakness, it is prophetic wiring. But the world rarely understands what it cannot explain. So many chosen ones grow up mislabeled, too emotional, too intense, too sensitive, too serious, too deep. These words bruise identity, teaching you to suppress what heaven designed you to express. I remember shrinking parts of myself to fit in, softening my voice so others wouldn't feel uncomfortable, dimming my intuition because it felt foreign to those around me. Every time I diminished myself, something inside me dimmed as well. It took years to realize that the traits I thought were flaws were actually indicators of calling. Chosen one. The world did not reject you, it misread you, and heaven is now correcting that misinterpretation. Your sensitivity is discernment. Your intensity is purpose. Your depth is spiritual maturity. Your seriousness is assignment. The parts of you that felt too much were never too much for God. They were too much for environments too small for your destiny. You were never meant to blend into mediocrity. You were meant to stand apart. And the moment you embrace your design, alignment accelerates. Identity is the soil where your gifts bloom. When identity is wounded, gifts malfunction. When identity is healed, gifts flourish. Every spiritual gift inside you strengthens when you stand firmly in who you are. Vision becomes clearer. Discipline becomes easier. Influence becomes natural. Wisdom becomes sharper. Creativity becomes bolder. Intuition becomes louder. Service becomes joyful. Resilience becomes peaceful. Your gifts do not operate independently. They are expressions of identity. And identity for the chosen one is rooted in divine intention. There is a moment in every chosen one's life where they must decide whether they will continue living according to old labels or step into the truth heaven whispers. This moment often comes after deep disappointment or unexpected loss. Seasons that feel like destruction are actually invitations to reconstruction. I faced such a season, a moment where everything familiar collapsed. I felt emptied, forgotten, stripped of what once defined me. Yet in that emptiness, I discovered something profound. When everything external falls away, identity becomes undeniable. I realized I was not my accomplishments, not my productivity, not my relationships, not my success, not my failures. I was who God designed me to be before any of those things ever existed. That realization rebuilt me. Chosen one. You must stop defining yourself by wounded seasons. You are not the betrayal that hurt you. You are not the rejection that scarred you. You are not the mistakes you made in survival mode. You are not the insecurity that spoke during moments of exhaustion. You are who you were before life attempted to dim your light, and heaven is returning you to that blueprint. This restoration is not about erasing your past. It is about reclaiming the authority you lost while navigating it. Every failure taught you resilience. Every heartbreak taught you compassion. Every setback taught you strategy. Every wilderness taught you dependence on divine timing. You did not lose yourself, you found deeper layers of yourself. And now you are ready to step into identity without apology. As identity strengthens, something extraordinary happens. Your spiritual frequency rises. You begin to attract what aligns with your true self and repel what contradicts it. Relationships shift. Opportunities evolve. Environments change. You stop feeling obligated to stay where your soul no longer fits. You begin to walk with a quiet confidence that does not need validation. And heaven responds to this confidence by enlarging your territory, because when you know who you are, God can trust you with more. Chosen one, there is a version of you emerging powerful, grounded, clear, spiritually aligned, deeply awakened. The world has not met this version yet, but heaven has been preparing it for years. Every gift inside you is rising to meet this identity. Every part of your journey is converging. You are stepping into alignment with the fullness of who you were always meant to be. Chosen. 1. As we continue this unfolding journey, we now enter a realm that few ever understand, the realm of alignment. Alignment is not simply being in the right place at the right time. It is being the right person in the right spirit when heaven decides to move. Many desire breakthroughs, but breakthroughs require alignment. Many pray for wealth, but wealth responds to alignment. Many cry out for elevation, but elevation is sustained only through alignment. And you, anointed one, are stepping into a season where alignment is no longer accidental. It is intentional, divine, and unstoppable. Alignment begins internally, long before it manifests externally. It is the silent shift inside you that suddenly changes how you speak, how you choose, how you show up, and how you perceive purpose. There was a time in my life when I tried to force doors open, believing that effort alone would unlock destiny. I pushed, I strained, I strategized, yet everything felt heavy, resistant, unresponsive. It wasn't that my vision was wrong, it was that my alignment was incomplete. I hadn't yet stepped into the identity heaven was calling me toward. And heaven will never open a door for the version of you that was never meant to walk through it. Once I embraced my identity, once I surrendered control, once I allowed divine timing to replace my impatience, everything shifted without force. Chosen. One alignment feels like ease after years of striving. It feels like clarity after seasons of confusion. It feels like peace in places that once triggered anxiety. You begin to notice that the same things that drained you before no longer have access to you. You feel less compelled to prove yourself. You feel less anxious about outcomes. You stop chasing people who were never assigned to your journey. You stop negotiating your worth. You stop apologizing for your strength. This is not arrogance, it is alignment. You are finally living from your spirit instead of your wounds. When alignment settles into your life, heaven begins to orchestrate connections that carry weight. People appear who recognize your value instantly. Opportunities come that match your preparation. Conversations open doors that years of effort could not. This is the supernatural flow reserved for chosen ones who have matured through private refinement. Sometimes alignment removes before it adds. People may distance themselves. Old cycles may fall apart. Familiar places may lose their comfort. This is not loss, it is divine rearrangement. Heaven will never let you remain connected to what contradicts your calling. I remember a season when every door I tried to walk through closed abruptly. What felt like rejection was actually protection. Heaven was clearing my path, removing anything that could not sustain the weight of where God was leading me. It was painful, yes. Confusing, absolutely. But on the other side, I saw the precision. Every closed door was a misaligned door. Every separation was a necessary elevation. Every unanswered prayer was heaven safeguarding my future. Alignment is not always comfortable, but it is always purposeful. As alignment deepens, your gifts begin working in harmony instead of isolation. Your vision sharpens because distraction no longer clouds your mind. Your discipline strengthens because your why becomes clearer. Your influence grows because you now speak with authority instead of insecurity. Your wisdom expands because you are no longer driven by fear. Your intuition heightens because you trust your spirit rather than external noise. And your resilience settles into a calm confidence because you finally understand that no weapon formed against you has ever truly prospered. Chosen. One alignment also awakens your spiritual magnetism, a divine pull that draws the right things toward you. You become a living signal in the spirit, and heaven begins sending what matches your frequency. Opportunities that once ignored you now pursue you. People who once overlooked you now seek your presence. Doors that once resisted you now open automatically. This is not coincidence. This is spiritual law. When a chosen one aligns with their purpose, provision aligns with them. But let me speak to you. Honestly, alignment requires surrender. You cannot cling to old identities, old relationships, old coping patterns, and expect new elevation. You must release what no longer reflects who you are becoming. The version of you that survived cannot lead you into the version of you that will thrive. Many chosen ones delay their destiny because they fear letting go. But hear this, in your spirit, releasing is not losing. Releasing is aligning. Everything you release creates space for something divinely appointed to arise. Alignment is your preparation for supernatural elevation. It is the foundation upon which heaven builds destiny. And right now, the shifts happening inside you, the restlessness, the clarity, the sudden desire for more, the discomfort with mediocrity are signs that heaven is adjusting your position. Chosen one, what is coming toward you requires alignment on every level: spiritual, emotional, mental, relational, and even physical. You are not being stretched, you are being shaped. You are not being emptied, you are being prepared. Stand in this moment with reverence. Something in you is awakening because something for you is approaching. Chosen one. As we move deeper into this unfolding revelation, it is time to speak about something sacred, the supernatural transition that occurs when a chosen one steps out of their old season and crosses into divine positioning. Transition is not simply change, it is spiritual relocation. It is heaven moving you from who you were into who you were always destined to become. Many people experience change, but only the chosen experience divine transition. This is why your life has not followed the patterns of those around you. While others move in predictable cycles, your journey has been marked by sudden shifts, unexpected endings, abrupt beginnings, and an inner stirring you could not explain. That stirring was heaven preparing you for elevation long before the elevation became visible. Transition often begins with discomfort, not because something is wrong, but because something is awakening. You start feeling a quiet dissatisfaction with places that once felt familiar. You begin sensing misalignment in relationships you once tolerated. You feel called to grow beyond the limits others have settled for. You may even feel a spiritual pull away from environments that can no longer contain your expansion. I have lived through this many times, and though the sensation can feel unsettling, it is actually confirmation that heaven is repositioning you. Divine transition rarely announces itself with clarity. It whispers through intuition, restlessness, and unexpected closures. Chosen one, do not fear these sensations. They are signs that your season is shifting. One of the most profound truths I learned during my own transitions is that heaven removes before it restores. When God is preparing to elevate you, He will first strip away anything incapable of surviving the next level. I used to interpret this stripping as loss, abandonment, or failure. But over time I noticed a consistent pattern. Everything that left my life was something that would have hindered my destiny. People who misunderstood my calling, spaces that limited my growth, opportunities that were beneath my assignment, and each removal made room for something greater. Looking back, I realized I was never losing, I was being aligned. You too have experienced this. Think of the relationships that fell away, the jobs that ended, the plans that dissolved. These were not accidents. They were divine edits to your story. Chosen one. There is a reason heaven protects you through subtraction. Elevation requires room. You cannot carry old weight into a new dimension. You cannot enter divine order while still bound to outdated attachments. And heaven loves you too much to allow anything misaligned to follow you into your purpose. So if you have felt isolated, Understand, this isolation is not punishment. It is consecration. It is God pulling you aside, refining your spirit, sharpening your discernment, and strengthening your identity so you can withstand the magnitude of what is coming. As transition deepens, another shift occurs. Your perspective begins to transform. You start seeing beyond surface details. You begin interpreting challenges differently. What once discouraged you now instructs you. What once frightened you now builds you. This is the evidence of spiritual maturity forming inside you. You are no longer reacting from wounds. You are responding from wisdom. And this inner shift is crucial because heaven will never elevate someone whose mindset is still tied to their past. When your mind changes, your reality must follow. Anointed One. You may not realize it, but heaven has already begun aligning people, opportunities, and pathways around you. The connections that will define your next season are being prepared. The resources you will need are already in motion. The instructions your spirit has been sensing are leading you toward divine timing. This is why things you tolerated before now feel too heavy. This is why mediocrity irritates your spirit. This is why you crave clarity, depth, purpose, and authenticity. You are outgrowing the frequency of your old season, and as your frequency rises, your environment must shift to match it. Let me speak from experience. When heaven is preparing you for a supernatural shift, your spirit always knows before your mind understands. There were seasons when I felt an unexplainable anticipation, as though something was approaching, even though nothing around me had changed. I felt the ground moving beneath me in the spiritual realm, and within months, everything in my life transformed. Doors opened that I had never knocked on. People arrived that I had never searched for. Provision flowed in ways I could not have orchestrated. That internal anticipation was not imagination, it was alignment. You are feeling that same anticipation now because heaven is positioning you for the next level. Chosen One, do not resist the transition. Lean into it. Allow the old to fall away without clinging. Release what heaven is removing. Trust what heaven is aligning. Surrender what heaven is reshaping. The confusion you feel is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of becoming. You are stepping into a dimension where your gifts will expand, your voice will strengthen, your influence will increase, and your purpose will come into full expression. Every shift inside you is a signal that elevation is not coming, it has already begun. Chosen One. As we continue this sacred unfolding, heaven now invites you into one of the deepest revelations of your journey, the revelation of divine preparation. Many look at your life and see only fragments, the broken moments, the transitions, the disappointments, the unexpected blessings. But heaven sees the pattern, the architecture, the intentional shaping of a vessel being prepared for extraordinary purpose. What you have lived through is not random, it is refinement. The chosen are not simply selected, they are sculpted. And the sculpting process is both holy and heavy. It stretches it, molds it, purifies, and it awakens. You have been in this spiritual formation for longer than you realize, and now the pieces are beginning to connect. Divine preparation often happens in hidden places. The seasons when no one applauds you, when your efforts seem unnoticed, when your obedience feels unrewarded, these are actually the seasons where heaven works the most deeply. I remember walking through years where it felt like nothing was breaking open, nothing was moving, nothing was changing. I served faithfully, loved deeply, built diligently, yet the outward results appeared stagnant. What I could not see then was that heaven was preparing me internally for blessings I could not yet steward. Chosen. One, internal preparation always precedes external elevation. Heaven will never release abundance to a heart that is not ready to carry it. You have been prepared through pressure. Every challenge shaped resilience. Every betrayal sharpened discernment. Every delay strengthened patience. Every closed door refined humility. Preparation is heaven's love disguised as hardship. And though the process felt unfair, the outcome is divine. You have become someone who can carry weight without breaking. This strength is not ordinary. It is not human-made. It is spiritual, forged in fire, tested in silence, anchored in faith. Many admire your endurance without ever knowing what it cost you to stand. And yet here you are, stronger, wiser, clearer, more aligned than ever. Chosen one. Divine preparation also reveals what truly matters. It strips away illusions, distractions, and attachments that once held power over you. There were things you used to chase that no longer interest you, people you once needed, whose voices no longer affect you, fears that once paralyzed you that no longer control you. This is evidence that heaven has matured your spirit. Your cravings have changed. Your standards have risen, your discernment has sharpened, your purpose is calling you louder than your past. You are no longer guided by emotion alone. You are guided by alignment and assignment. This shift is not accidental, it is prophetic. Another dimension of divine preparation is the recalibration of your relationships. As heaven elevates you, some people drift away. Not because they are bad, but because they no longer resonate with the frequency of where you are going. I have experienced this many times. People who once walked closely with me suddenly could not relate to my growth. Conversations that once flowed now felt heavy. Energies that once aligned now felt disharmonious. It took time to understand that this was not betrayal, it was spiritual sorting. Heaven was removing anything that could not support my next level. And with every departure, new connections appeared, aligned, purposeful, destiny-driven relationships that elevated me rather than drained me. Chosen. One heaven is doing the same for you. The relationships being removed are making space for relationships you have yet to meet. Divine partnerships, kingdom connections, spiritual allies, people assigned to your next season are coming. Those who will understand your calling instinctively. Those who will support your growth without insecurity. Those who will speak life where others spoke limitation. You are stepping into a season where you will no longer walk alone, misunderstood, or spiritually isolated. Your tribe is being prepared. Your circle is being purified. Your alliances are being upgraded. And now let's speak about one of the most profound aspects of divine preparation, the awakening of your spiritual authority. Authority is not given to the chosen because they are perfect. It is given because they have endured. Every storm you survived increased your authority. Every test you passed increased your authority. Every prayer you prayed through tears increased your authority. Spiritual authority is born from lived experience, not mere belief. You have walked through valleys that would have destroyed others, and because you rose, heaven has entrusted you with a mantle that carries weight. When you speak, atmosphere shifts. When you pray, doors open. When you declare, things align. This is why your journey has required so much refinement. Authority without character becomes dangerous. Authority without humility becomes corrupt. Authority without wisdom becomes reckless. Heaven prepared you through pressure so that when elevation comes, you will walk in authority with purity. You will use your influence to uplift, not control. You will use your wisdom to guide, not dominate. You will use your creativity to build, not compete. You will use your resilience to inspire, not boast. The authority rising in you is not ego, it is evidence. Chosen one. You are being prepared for something extraordinary. You can feel it in your spirit, even if your mind cannot articulate it. You sense that the old season has ended, even if the new season has not fully revealed itself. You feel transition before you see manifestation. This inner knowing is the whisper of heaven saying, "Get ready." You are stepping into divine territory. Everything you have lived, endured, survived, and overcome has been shaping you for this moment of becoming. Chosen one. As we enter this next chamber of revelation, heaven urges you to understand a truth that many overlook: the unfolding of divine timing. There are moments in your journey that feel delayed, moments that feel stagnant, moments where you wonder whether heaven has forgotten your name. But divine timing is not denial. It is orchestration. It is heaven arranging every detail, every person, every opportunity in a sequence so precise that when the moment finally arrives, nothing and no one can stop what is meant for you. Many people rush into blessings unprepared and lose them just as quickly, but the chosen are paced by heaven. Your life has been unfolding according to a timetable not built on earthly clocks, but on spiritual readiness. When you understand this, impatience dissolves fear, loosens its grip, and trust becomes your anchor. Chosen one. There were seasons where you begged for doors to open, unaware that heaven was still fortifying the structure inside you, so the blessing would not break you. I recall a time when I prayed fervently for elevation, believing I was ready, yet nothing shifted. I grew frustrated, even discouraged, wondering if my prayers were unheard. But when the breakthrough finally came, I realized instantly why the delay had been necessary. I was sharper, calmer, wiser, more stable, equipped in ways I hadn't been before. If the blessing had arrived earlier, I would have mishandled it. Heaven's not yet is always a "you're being prepared," and preparation is protection. You see, divine timing operates like seasons. You cannot force a harvest in winter no matter how much faith you have. But if you remain consistent, obedient, and aligned, the harvest cannot hide when its season arrives. Heaven does not operate through chaos, it moves through rhythm. There is a time for separation, a time for revelation, a time for development, a time for silence, a time for stretching, and then there comes the time for release. Chosen one, you are approaching release. The quiet stirring inside you is not anxiety, it is spiritual anticipation. Your spirit knows something is shifting before your environment does. This is one of the signs that divine timing is activating around you. Divine timing also explains why certain opportunities slipped away in the past. I used to grieve over doors that closed abruptly, believing I had missed my chance. But years later, I realized that if those doors hadn't closed, I would have entered rooms that were not aligned with my purpose. Doors do not close because you are unworthy. Doors close because heaven is redirecting you to an entrance suited for your assignment. You were never meant to force what was not built for you. And the blessings heaven ordains do not require force. They respond to alignment, not striving. Chosen one. The timing of heaven also reshapes your relationships. Some people appeared in your life briefly, not because they were meant to stay, but because they were assigned to activate something in you. Others left because their role in your development had ended. And there are relationships heaven delayed because you needed healing first. Divine timing protects you from connecting too early with those meant for your future. Some people are not absent because they don't belong in your life. They are absent because heaven is maturing both you and them simultaneously. And when the timing is right, the connection will feel effortless, ordained, and unmistakably divine. Another mystery of divine timing is that heaven often accelerates what once felt delayed. When your season arrives, years of waiting are redeemed in moments. I have watched God move in ways that felt impossible, breakthroughs appearing, overnight opportunities unfolding, suddenly resources flowing from unexpected sources. It was as though heaven compressed years of struggle into a single stretch of blessing. This is what divine timing looks like: slow, quiet, invisible preparation, followed by sudden, undeniable manifestation. Many chosen ones mistake slowness for inactivity, not realizing that heaven has been building their foundation in silence. Anointed. One divine timing also requires your participation. Heaven will present the moment, but you must step into it. I have seen people miss divine timing not because heaven withheld blessing, but because fear kept them from moving when the door opened. Timing demands courage. Timing demands discernment. Timing demands obedience, even when instructions seem unusual. When heaven says move, hesitation is costly. When heaven says wait, impatience is dangerous. You must grow sensitive to the flow of the Spirit, able to distinguish between a divine pause and a divine push. Chosen one. You may not fully realize it, but your spirit has already begun aligning with a new rhythm. You feel a shift in your desires, a sharpening in your discernment, a pulling away from what no longer matches your destiny. This is divine timing guiding you gently toward purpose. You are being prepared for moments that will define everything, not because heaven is testing you, but because heaven is about to trust you with more. The blessing that seemed distant is closer than it has ever been. The opportunities that felt unreachable are aligning quietly. What once looked impossible is beginning to soften in the spiritual realm. And so, chosen one, stand steady. Stay sensitive. Honor the rhythm of heaven. For when divine timing unlocks something, no earthly force can restrain it. You are stepping into a moment where your preparation meets your prophecy, and nothing will look the same after this. Chosen one. As we step into this next revelation, heaven turns your attention toward the principle of divine positioning, a spiritual reality that explains why your journey has unfolded the way it has, why certain paths opened and others closed, why some seasons accelerated and others slowed, and why you often felt like you were being moved, stretched, or redirected without fully understanding why. Divine positioning is heaven placing you exactly where you need to be, even when it does not match where you expected to go. It is God aligning your steps with purpose long before you consciously agree with that purpose. And although the process can feel disorienting, it is always deliberate. There were moments in your life when you thought you had lost your way, yet looking back, you can see that those detours were divine pathways in disguise. You were pulled away from environments that could not sustain your calling. You were nudged toward situations that forced growth. You were placed in relationships that awakened parts of you didn't know you carried. You were removed from influences that diluted your identity. Even the seasons of quietness where nothing seemed to move were not stagnation. They were spiritual placement, preparing the ground beneath your feet so that when the time came, you could rise without sinking. Divine positioning often feels like contradiction. You desire forward movement, yet heaven calls you into stillness. You pray for clarity, yet heaven invites you into trust. You reach for answers, yet heaven speaks through silence. I remember standing in places where I felt completely out of my element, jobs that didn't match my long-term vision, cities I never intended to live in, circumstances I never prayed for, yet each one shaped something in me that later became necessary. In hindsight, I can see that heaven was positioning me even when I believed I was off course. Position is not always comfortable, but it is always purposeful. Chosen one. Heaven positions you based on where you're going, not where you have been. And sometimes that positioning requires separation. There were people you loved deeply who could not journey any further with you, not because they were evil, but because their part in your story was complete. Divine positioning cuts attachments that limit you, closes doors that distract you, and redirects your energy toward assignments that elevate you. It can be painful to release what once felt familiar, but comfort is rarely a sign of destiny. Growth often demands distance from what keeps you small. When divine positioning is active, you may also find yourself surrounded by people who challenge you, individuals who push you out of complacency, who question your excuses, who expose your blind spots. Not every challenging relationship is an attack. Some are catalysts. Heaven sometimes positions you near those who refine you, sharpen you, and stretch your capacity. Iron sharpens iron, and chosen ones cannot grow in dull environments. If everyone around you agrees with your limitations, your destiny will remain dormant. But when heaven positions you among the right voices, your potential begins to rise. Another layer of divine positioning is timing. Destiny does not unfold through coincidence. There are moments when heaven aligns you so precisely that the right opportunity, the right person, the right revelation appears at the exact second your spirit is ready. You may think it's chance, but heaven does not operate through randomness. You were positioned for that encounter. You were positioned for that breakthrough. You were positioned for that connection. Heaven prepared you internally so that when the external door opened, you recognized it and stepped boldly. Chosen. 1. One of the greatest signs that divine positioning is working in your life is the tension you feel between who you used to be and who you are becoming. You sense that the old version of you is fading. The habits that once comforted you feel heavy. The cycles that once trapped you no longer hold power. The environments that once entertained you now feel spiritually empty. This tension is not confusion, it is transformation. Heaven is repositioning your identity to match your assignment. And hear this clearly, divine positioning never lowers you. Even when a situation feels beneath your potential, heaven uses it to prepare your character, sharpen your discernment, or expose your gifts. Some of your greatest strengths were born in moments where you felt overlooked. Some of your deepest wisdom was cultivated in places where you felt unseen. Heaven positioned you in humility before positioning you in influence so that pride would not destroy what purpose builds. Chosen. 1. The place you are standing in right now, physically, emotionally, spiritually, is not accidental. You are being aligned for a move of God that will require precision. Every shift inside you, every transition around you, every closed door behind you has been guiding you into your appointed place. When divine positioning finishes its work, you will look back and realize, I was never lost. I was being placed. Chosen one. As we arrive at this final movement of the journey, heaven brings you into the revelation of divine release, the moment when everything that has been forming, stretching, refining, and aligning within you finally breaks into manifestation. Divine release is not a reward, it is a spiritual appointment. It comes when identity, character, purpose, wisdom, and alignment converge. It comes when the version of you that heaven has been building within the shadows is ready to stand in the light. It comes when your spirit has matured enough to carry what your heart prayed for. And it comes when heaven says, now, not sooner, not later, now. For so long you have been sowing faith, sowing resilience, sowing obedience, sowing discipline, sowing hope, even on days when hope felt thin. You have been pouring into others while navigating your own drought. You have been walking in faith while fighting private battles. You have been carrying vision while enduring seasons where nothing seemed to match what God showed you. Yet, through all of this, heaven was watching. Heaven was recording. Heaven was measuring the strength of your character, the purity of your intentions, the endurance of your spirit. Not to judge you, but to prepare you for a release that would not overwhelm you nor slip through your fingers. Divine release happens suddenly, but it is never sudden to heaven. It is the natural outcome of every unseen yes you whispered when no one was watching. It is the harvest of prayers that seemed unanswered, but were actually gathering weight. It is the manifestation of promises that felt delayed, but were being shaped with precision. I remember a season where it seemed nothing moved. Doors stayed closed. Breakthrough felt distant. Yet, inside, something in me refused to give up. I kept sowing, kept believing, kept showing up. And then, one day, without warning, everything shifted. Opportunities I didn't chase found me. Provision I couldn't have predicted appeared. The release came not because I forced it, but because heaven had been preparing it behind the scenes all along. Chosen one. Your release will arrive in the same way, quietly prepared, divinely timed, and spiritually undeniable. Release is when prayers turn to pathways, when waiting turns to walking, when prophetic whispers turn into visible reality. But to receive divine release, your hands must be open. You cannot carry old burdens into a new season. You cannot cling to expired identities while stepping into fresh purpose. Release requires room, and heaven has been clearing that room, sometimes gently, sometimes abruptly. Many chosen ones mistake this clearing as loss, but loss is only loss when viewed through the eyes of the past. Through heaven's perspective, clearing is preparation. Removing is positioning. Separation is protection. Every person who left, every door that closed, every chapter that ended, created space for what was always meant to arrive. Divine release is never poured into crowded hands. It flows into surrendered ones. Another truth of divine release is that it rarely looks the way you imagined. Heaven's version is always larger, deeper, and more aligned than your expectations. Sometimes God delays what you thought you wanted to give you what you were actually called to carry. You prayed for stability. Heaven prepared you for authority. You asked for opportunity. Heaven positioned you for influence. You hoped for provision. Heaven built you for abundance. Divine release never gives you less. It gives you more, but in forms that require spiritual eyes to recognize. And anointed one, divine release is not only about receiving, it's about becoming. Becoming someone who can walk boldly into purpose without shrinking. Becoming someone who can steward blessings without fear. Becoming someone who can lead without losing humility. Becoming someone who carries light in environments that still remember your darkness. Divine release expands not only your life, but your identity. As release manifests, you will begin to notice synchronicities, doors opening in clusters, opportunities arriving in patterns, confirmations appearing repeatedly. This is heaven's way of saying the season has shifted. The weight you once carried will begin to lift. The clarity you once fought for will settle naturally. The momentum you once chased will start chasing you. Release brings acceleration, and acceleration brings evidence. Chosen one. The season you are stepping into is not a season of survival, it is a season of demonstration. Heaven is about to demonstrate what happens when someone refuses to quit, when someone trusts despite confusion, When someone surrenders despite fear, your life is becoming a testament of divine faithfulness, not because you avoided the fire, but because you walked through it and emerged refined. And now, as this chapter closes and your new season begins, heaven whispers one final truth: you are ready. Ready for the abundance, ready for the alignment, ready for the opportunities, ready for the connections, ready for the elevation, ready for the release. Everything in your journey has led to this moment. Chosen one step forward. Your season of divine release has arrived. Chosen one. As you leave this moment, know that heaven has already begun the divine transfer aligned with your name. Your Kairos hour is here. Walk forward in faith, stay aligned, and expect manifestation. If this word met your spirit, type 111 and remain connected. Your rise has already begun.